Hi and welcome to this review and discussion video for match week 17 to 21. As usual, I'm joined by my guest.
Hello.
And we're going through match week 17 to 21. Let's begin with the form table. I'm just mentioning it, we had 5 weeks in this time because of some national breaks and cup breaks and stuff like that. It made more sense that way it is this time. So the best team right now, or at least in the last 5 match weeks, is Tottenham with 4 wins and 1 loss, 11 in goal difference, and 12 points taken in those 5 weeks. And in second place we have Liverpool with 4 wins, 1 loss also, and also 11 in goal difference. But Tottenham has made 1 more goal than Liverpool, but Liverpool also has 12 points in the last 5. And at third place in the last 5 we have Manchester United, also with 4 wins and 1 loss, and 9 in goal difference, and also at 12 points there. And at fourth place, a surprise for me, Crystal Palace with 3 wins, 1 draw and 1 loss, and 3 in goal difference and 10 points. That's my top 4 for those metrics.
And this is the FIFA the last 5 weeks. At top is Liverpool with 5 wins out of 5 possible, 14 goals, 10 goal difference, and 15 points. Second is Manchester City, 4 wins, 1 loss against Liverpool, with a +6 goal difference, 12 points. Third, we have Arsenal with 4 wins, 1 loss, +5 goal difference, 12 points. And in fourth, we have Manchester United, 3 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss, +10 goal difference and 10 points.
Oh, so let's take the bottom 4, like usual in real life.
Yes.
At 17th place we have Cardiff City with 1 win, 1 draw and 3 losses, and -7 in goal difference and 4 points. And at 18th place we have Bournemouth with 1 win, 1 draw and 3 losses, at 8 minus in goal difference. And they have made more goals than Cardiff, but also let in more goals at 4 points also. And at 19th place we have Everton, has gone really bad the last 5 matches with 1 win and 4 losses, -4 goal difference and only 3 points. And the real bad team for these 5 weeks, Huddersfield, with 5 losses and -7 in goal difference and 0 points.
Yeah, bottom 4 is Newcastle at 1 win, 1 draw, 3 losses, -9 goal difference and 4 points. Below that we have Cardiff City with 1 win and 4 losses, -9 as well, but 3 points. At 19th we have Brighton with 1 draw and 4 losses, -7 goal difference and 1 point. And at the bottom, even though they're better in real life, we got Southampton with 5 straight losses, -10 at 0 points.
Ouch.
Yeah.
So let's walk over to the goal scorers.
Mm-hmm.
And at first place I'm taking top 5 here because that makes most sense. You will see why soon. At first place we have Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who plays in Arsenal with 14 goals. Second place, Harry Kane, who plays in Tottenham, also 14 goals. At third place, Mohamed Salah, plays in Liverpool, 13 goals. And at fourth place, we have Sergio Aguero in Manchester City with 10 goals. At fifth place, Eden Hazard, also with 10 goals, but he plays in Chelsea.
In FIFA, we have Christian Eriksen at top at Tottenham with 13 goals. We have Sergio Aguero from Manchester City with 12 goals. Third, we have Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang from Arsenal, 12 goals. Roberto Firmino for Liverpool, 12 goals, and Harry Kane from Tottenham, 11. So some the same, some difference.
Yeah. Some really different things. And assist, here we have my favorite thing.
Yeah.
At first place, Ryan Fraser from Bournemouth with 9 assists. What is he doing up there? And at second, Eden Hazard, a little bit more reasonable, in Chelsea with 9 assists. Third place, Christian Eriksen, Tottenham, 7 assists. Fourth place, Mohamed Salah, Liverpool with 7 assists. I will go on until 6th here because some of them are sharing the same assist total. Let's see, 5, Leroy Sané, Manchester City, 7 assists. 6, Raheem Sterling, Manchester City with 7 assists also. So it's a lot of guys at 7. So what's your top assist?
Yes, then we got Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang from Arsenal with 9.
Oh, he's there
really
also.
Carrying that team forward. In second, we got Leroy Sané of Manchester City with 8. In third, we have my first real surprise, in my opinion, Theo Walcott from Everton with 8 assists. Beyond that, we have Mohamed Salah, Liverpool, with 7. Morgan Schneiderlin from Everton with 7. I can do 2 extra as well. David Silva from Manchester City, also with 7. And Cenk Tosun from Everton, 7.
So a little bit different there at least.
Yeah. Still, Salah in 4th, we both agree on, with the same amount of assists, I believe. So.
Yeah, actually. So what about the surprises, both table-wise and otherwise?
Yeah, when it comes to like the games that have been played, the last game of this entire 5-match week round was the Manchester City Liverpool top of the table derby, or whatever you call it, top of the table clash. According to FIFA, Liverpool would win with 4-1. And that did not happen in real life.
No, it became 2-1 for Manchester City instead.
Yeah. Which I think for the table is a good thing. Otherwise, it'd be 10 points clear at the top, I believe, if my math is not false. But yeah, interesting game. You gotta say that at least. A real worthy game of a top of the table clash.
Yeah, and good for the league. I want a race to the finish line. Like the trophy should be traveling the last match day because it's so even. That has happened a few times. That is actually traveled in different directions depending on the scores. That's how our last match day should be, or a match week should be, in my opinion.
Well, that's the dream, really. That it goes out to the final day.
Didn't that happen when Manchester City took the goal in the last minutes? That year they
I don't
took
remember,
the
but it might have been something like that.
Yeah, it actually was traveling to another city, and I think it was to the other Manchester team, actually. They were in an away game.
Oh.
Don't quote me on what team it was. I think it was that team. And then they had to travel in the other direction.
Yeah.
That's the dream.
Yeah. That going down to the final day. That's the dream if you're a football supporter, I would say.
Yeah.
If you're just a blank football supporter not supporting one team, like going down to the final game, that's awesome.
Yeah. But one big surprise for me is Everton, both in real life and in the FIFA games.
Yeah.
And not a positive surprise.
No.
What has happened with Everton?
I don't know. If you look at FIFA, since I have the form table saved from different weeks, sadly we don't have it for real life, so we can't compare there. But in FIFA, they were top of the form list for the last 4 weeks before this. So they had 2 really difficult games with Manchester City and Tottenham, I believe it was, at the start of this 5 weeks. But They should still have 9 points according to me, but they don't have.
No.
So.
And it's not looking better in real life either. With one win in these 5 games. I don't know what's happening to them.
No, they need to sort something out fast.
Yeah, and
otherwise they'll soon be run over by Manchester United in FIFA, and they already are in real life, of course. But they can really go down.
Yeah,
not go down like down to the championship, but yeah.
One positive thing for me is Southampton. I don't know how it is in FIFA, but they have been losing a lot in real life before this 5 match week. I mean, ridiculously amount. And then they just started winning out of nowhere. It's not a lot of matches, but they started taking points.
Yeah. Well, I think one of the most important things about that is the new manager.
Yeah.
Ralph Hasenhüttl, I believe his name is. I might be wrong. Please be free to correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments, but I think that's his name. Coming from, I think it was at RB Leipzig last season.
Yeah, I think it was from him.
Something like that. So he's been doing really well with them since he coming in. And like taking a win was it at home or away from Arsenal? Because that was one of his first games, wasn't it?
I'm going to check that. I don't remember if it was home or away.
It was home. Yeah, it was home against Arsenal. But still, managed to take points from Arsenal. Is not a mean feat. Like that is really well done.
Yeah, actually, they also faced like Huddersfield and won against them. But still, they had they took 3 points in the Arsenal game. They actually beat Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like Huddersfield, they wouldn't even have won against Huddersfield in the beginning of the season.
No. Huddersfield, which is now the bottom team.
Yeah.
Both Southampton and Fulham, both under new management. I believe Fulham has a new manager too.
Yeah.
Both of them playing better since.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a big thing in one way in the league. What everyone is talking about, in my opinion. Manchester United's transformation.
Yeah, another new manager.
Yeah.
Jose Mourinho leaving after the 1-3 defeat, I believe it was, against Liverpool.
Yeah, that was just a lot. I don't think it's what... I wouldn't kick him like based on that match.
No, I don't think it was. If it was, that would have been stupid by United board or whatever.
Like 3-1. Yeah, I heard that they played awful. I heard that 3-1 they should be lucky for 3-1 United.
Yes, they were.
But still,
they were way worse. But still, but I don't think it was that game. Something was not working.
Yeah.
They weren't even safe against the bottom of the table sides.
They were awful. But they had some light in it, but that was just like 10 minutes in a game or something.
Yeah, exactly. So now they have Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, an old player, and former reserve coach as well from a few years back. So he both played and trained under Ferguson. I believe it's Sir Alex Ferguson's football philosophy a little bit that Solskjaer is trying to bring back, I think, during this 6-month spell that he has right now. That's what I've understood, at least. Maybe I'm wrong there, but yeah.
Let's hope for his sake that he brings back Fergie time also.
Yeah, yeah.
Like those extra minutes until you score.
Yeah, that would have been awesome. But I think there's a long way to get to there. But
yeah,
you can just look at the form table and see. Since Solskjaer's come in, they won 4 games. Not the toughest one. The next week is going to be real interesting.
Yeah, that's kind of the decider. Have they woken up for real or not?
Yeah, the real fire test.
Yeah, for Tottenham also, because
one of the most form-strong teams in the league right now.
Yeah, because in my opinion, Tottenham also, they have won their games good in the season, but not always impressed. But that's a strength to actually win the games even if you're not good.
Exactly.
That's one of the things.
If you want to win the elite title, then you need to be winning even if you're not playing the best.
Yeah, because no one can play good. really, 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 really good the whole season. That's impossible. No one has done that.
Yeah.
Not
This
even
is-
the
it's not possible
unbeatables
to.
did that, I think, if I'm not correct.
No,
They
no.
weren't good at every game, but they were just unbeaten.
No, like Manchester City last season actually beat their point record, even they didn't go unbeaten.
Yeah,
But
because they had
Arsenal
more
drew
wins.
so many games. Yeah.
Yeah, and they
Arsenal
weren't
drew
good
so
at
many
every
games in a row.
game, but they actually got a result in them. That's the
Exactly.
important thing.
Yeah. So that's actually, if you look at the form, that's a real top of the top clash when it comes to league form right now.
Yeah, because Manchester United has gone ridiculously good the last games since they took over. Like they are being crushing their opponents.
Yeah, we have a newborn Pogba almost, and we have Rashford playing some of his most
The bad
inspired
part
football I've
in
seen.
Pogba's situation here is, I have to say that it's not totally sure, but he suffered a knock in the weekend, I think, in the cup, and maybe not playing in the next game.
That would be a tough loss for them.
Yeah, it says in the...
Oh wait, did he? I thought he was substituted for the cup.
I don't know, but he has gotten a knock at least. I'm not sure if he played the cup. But according to the Premier League app that I'm actually using a lot there, that's my source of injuries when it comes to Premier League. I have to add that if you have something, if I miss some injury or something, I'm using that. He said sometime he has got a knock here, and 75% of playing.
Okay, well that's good at least.
Yeah, but it's not sure.
All those 25%.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. Then I'm not taking him in FIFA if it doesn't get totally cleared. I have to add that.
Oh.
I'm not taking chances on players.
Yeah, well that's going to be an interesting, to be fair, if Pogba can't play, because he has really become that engine that he was supposed to be when they bought him in.
Yeah, and he has scored really nice goals also.
Yeah.
He was really close to a hat-trick.
Yeah, wasn't he also like... I think... I just don't remember which match I saw. It might have been the one against... Yeah, it was against Bournemouth I actually watched myself. Yeah. And he had scored, was it 4 goals and 2 assists in 3 games at that point. Under the new manager, and that's more than he scored during the rest of the season. Yeah,
it's ridiculous how good he has been under the new manager.
A real good form. Then it's down to, is that because of Mourinho leaving, or is it because of Solskjaer coming in? Yeah, and that's what time's going to tell us.
Because in one, I'm not going to say that it is like that, but in one way, it looked like they weren't playing for Mourinho. If you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they didn't try their best with Mourinho there because they want to get rid of him. Yeah. I'm not saying that it is like that, but it looked like it sometimes.
Indeed.
Except
the last few games.
Yeah, except two. I can mention 2 players that gave everything: Lindelöf and De Gea. Yeah, in my opinion, they have been going the whole season.
Yeah.
They weren't responsible.
Has become way better during Solskjaer.
Yeah, but you get what I mean. They weren't responsible for that if they did like that. No. If I'm not saying that it was, because I don't think anyone will ever tell us that.
No, of course not.
No.
Like, I don't think you don't want to get. I don't think it's good for your image if you actually go out and say, yeah, I. With meaning played less than my max ability out of the field, because that might actually hurt.
And you would have a really troublesome relation with Mourinho.
Yeah, well, that they already had. So.
Yeah, but still, it wouldn't get better. I can say that much.
Yeah, that wouldn't get better. No.
No, that would be pretty awful, actually.
Yeah, and interesting. When we talk about Mourinho, I've read an article that's referring to an article made by the Portuguese newspaper of record that Benfica have given Mourinho a chance to take over them, if I understood this correctly, but he's actually turned it down. He doesn't want to go back to Portugal at the moment, so it's also interesting to see where he ends up.
Yeah, I think he wants to.
Apparently, he doesn't want to return to a top club in his own team, his own nation. Yeah, where it comes from.
Yeah, my thing is there. He wants to be in the top leagues.
Yeah. Question is where? Who wants to give a punt on him? Is his reputation burned by what happened at the end of United, or will
Monaco
still
maybe?
big clubs fight for him? Yeah, there's been even rumors about Real Madrid.
Yeah, but I'm thinking Monaco
going into
here.
next season.
Or Real Madrid.
Instead of
They
Henry.
have both gone really bad.
Yeah.
Except in the Champions League. For some weird reason, Real has gone good there.
Yeah, well, that's the weird stuff about Real Madrid. They play better when it counts for more. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the thing. Like, they play better when they know they only have a set amount of games to do it. In the Champions League, you need to perform in all the games.
Because they have...
In the league, maybe they don't play as hard.
But those two clubs are my personal favorites for Mourinho joining. They're realistic, in my opinion. They have the money. They have the reputation. Okay, Monaco's maybe falling behind a little, but still, it's a pretty big league.
Yeah, I don't know though if Mourinho would be interested in going to Monaco.
I don't know either. It depends on how high his how good he thinks the club is.
Yeah, and how good he thinks he is, I think also plays in it.
Yeah.
How good does he think? How big of a club does he think he deserves to be a manager of?
Yeah.
So I think that's also depends, because otherwise maybe he would be interested in, say, a maybe not top team in the league, but still like right below the top and build them up again or something. I don't know. I don't know what he's after, but that's going to be interesting.
Exactly, but Monaco, as far as I know, has the financial muscles to build a team for Mourinho.
Maybe. I don't know how much money they have right now.
Yeah, but I don't know exactly, but they should have. They're like they could promise him some improvements at least.
Yeah.
And Real Madrid should also have that. If they don't have the money, I'm really surprised.
Yeah. Then the interesting part is, if I'm not mistaken, last time Mourinho, because Mourinho's been at Real Madrid before. For you guys who didn't know that, maybe there are some of you who didn't know that he's been there. And if I'm not mistaken, I might be wrong here, but I believe him and Sergio Ramos did not look eye to eye at the end of his stint there. So is he even welcome by the players there already? I don't know.
Yeah, but exactly, because a lot of players are still there since he was there. Okay, maybe not a lot, but some of them. Some of the key players are still there.
Exactly. Absolutely. Sergio Ramos, the leader.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is he the captain even? I don't know.
Yeah, in my opinion, this is just my opinion in football psychology, but you have to have the respect of the leader of the players to get the others' respect, or you have to be a friend of them already. That could work out. But if you're new coming into something, you should have the leader's respect. Yeah. In my opinion, that's important thing, because if you have the leader's respect, you get the others.
Well, you can have a bad time like coming in and they don't trust you, but you actually show them wrong. Like, I'm actually going to make you play better than you think you can. Like,
exactly.
And then you can win over the players.
Yeah.
But it's also important that you can't lose the players, because if you do, well, you lose your job.
Yeah.
So it's going to be important if Mourinho goes to Real Madrid, say next season, after Solari has had his run this season. It's important that he tries to win over the players at the start, because otherwise they won't play for him.
Exactly.
Absolutely not Sergio Ramos, if he's still there next season. I don't think he will retire, and I definitely don't think he will move.
No.
We'll see.
The big question has been for many years, but now it's a lot of new coaches coming into this battle. The big coach battle in the world has been for a while. Now other coaches has come into that one. The best coach in the world has been Mourinho and Guardiola for a lot of years. That thing has been going on. In my opinion, Mourinho is a better tactician, and Guardiola is better at player relationships. Yeah. Because Guardiola has not many players that has actually said that they have problems with talking to him. I'm not totally sure, but that's just the way I see it.
Yeah, the interesting part is in recent times, when you look back at Mourinho, he's always been known to build a very strong defense.
Yeah.
Last year and this year, when he was still at Manchester United, they were leaking shots and goals absolutely this season when it comes to goals. Last time De Gea just stopped pretty much anything that came towards him. But the question is that Mourinho losing his touch on defense, or is it that just players didn't play for him already back then? I don't know the answer, but I think that will also be an important thing to understand.
Yeah.
Is Mourinho still understanding? Is he still one of the best defensive managers in the world? Or is he not as good anymore?
I'm going with the theory I had there, that he is actually not good at player relationships.
That he isn't. That we knew already. He's never been good at that, it feels like.
Yeah, and Guardiola, I have to say that I'm not a fan of Pep Guardiola. I'm not a big fan of tiki-taka at all. I can tolerate him, but he's great at player relationships, what I heard. He's amazing at that. And he can make them believe that they can play better than they ever could, and the power of belief is pretty strong.
Yeah. And he's getting the best out of them. There's no doubt about it. Raheem Sterling is being touted as one of the best wingers in the world, and rightfully so. Fernandinho is still one of the best DMs in the world, even though he's pretty far into 33, maybe even 34.
Fernandinho has shocked me a lot. I have counted him out a lot of times. I have to agree. I have to say that I would almost apologize to him. How much I actually insult him in that way. But damn, he can still play.
Yeah, and he's still one of the against Liverpool. If you go back to that game, I didn't see this game personally, but I've heard that the two main factions while they won were spelled Fernandinho and Bernardo Silva.
Yeah.
They were the two main reasons why City managed to win over Liverpool.
Yeah, and I saw it, and a ridiculously lucky Ederson.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. He was out of the goal 2 or 3 times, and he was so lucky. And they actually managed to save a goal on this goal line also, that they almost scored themselves. It was a centimeter or whatever on the right side of the goal line. They almost did their own goal. It was ridiculous.
Then that would be a completely different game.
Yeah, exactly. He was so lucky in that way, but he's a good keeper. He showed that also, but he's not. I think Alisson is better.
Yeah, I've heard a call for believe it is top 4 in the league, and it's Ederson, Alisson, De Gea, and Arrizabalaga. I believe they are touted as the top 4. I think. Arrizabalaga is the one I'm a little bit unsure of, but I don't know right now which is actually the top 1.
If I would rank, I would keep. I would say Alisson, the Ederson. The fourth one I'm not totally sure of. Top 3, that's my top 3 if I choose. Because Alisson is actually that's the top goalie for me. So then we have some good goalies in the bottom or middle teams. We can never be sure how good they actually are in one way.
Yeah. We have the English national team keeper in Everton, in Pickford.
Yeah, I don't think. But he's still ashamed, I think. Since the Liverpool match a few weeks ago.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
But everyone does mistakes. Every good goalie ever has done mistake. I'm totally sure Oliver Kahn in Germany did some huge mistakes.
Yeah.
Everyone does that.
Surprised.
It's actually how you come back from the mistakes.
Yeah.
A lot of times. Yeah. But
I
also
not to look at,
yeah, we have the transfer window.
Yeah, it's open.
Yeah, it's open. So maybe this will be outdated by the time you see this, but at the time of the recording, I could say we are going to say, and that is going to be a thing for these weeks actually. At the time of the recording, when the transfer window is open. So
We can't know for sure. Whatever.
Yeah,
whatever
they could they could do a move right now.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, the really big one, that's Christian Pulisic.
Yeah.
That's a weird one in my opinion. That's a weird one, but a logical one in another way.
Yeah. Brought in from the Borussia Dortmund now, but loaned out the rest of the season for, I believe it was, I don't remember the fee actually, how much it was, but it was quite a much, like not super much, but like 500, like 50 something mil, was it?
Yeah.
Can't remember.
I'm thinking he should play the season out. He's middle of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that, and he's going to be implemented into Chelsea. Like a start of the season, a pre-season, and like being molded into that playing style. And I don't know how different the playing styles are. I haven't seen Dortmund enough. I have to say that. Mm-hmm. I should see more Bundesliga, but I haven't. So that's just my weird angle on it. Of course, it could be other things like he wants to. For some moving reason or something. I don't know, but that's just a thought I have on it.
Yeah. What makes me a little bit like scared, and scared is the wrong word, but Pulisic staying in Dortmund the season out. That is a good thing, you would think, but to be fair, he's not a starter right now in Dortmund. Jadon Sancho, the one guy they signed from Manchester City a few seasons back now, is actually has taken his place on the right hand side of midfield. So he's not a starter anymore for Dortmund. So I don't know how much playing time he will get the rest of the season in Dortmund. Maybe he would actually get more playing time if he went to Chelsea now. But this is how they chose to do it. Keep him alone out the rest of the season. So yeah,
and we will. I think this is one of those cases. Also, we will most definitely never know the truth about that. Maybe, maybe not. It depends on how sensitive it is.
Yeah.
If it's nothing sensitive, okay, maybe he will speak to the media about it. But if it's involving someone else, I think the mouth will be closed. And one weird thing, in my opinion, he has been good, but is he really still? Samir Nasri to West Ham?
Yeah. Yeah, that is a weird signing, I would say. And I feel like it's a Pellegrini, I believe that's his name, Pellegrino, sorry if I don't remember which it is. He seems like he's bringing back his old Manchester City players from the time he was in City a few years back. He brought Zabaleta back. Well, maybe it wasn't him actually, but he's got Zabaleta in his team. He's now bringing back Nasri. I'm very uncertain about this.
But one thing is pretty interesting in that way. Then hasn't Hart played in West Ham?
Yes.
Yeah, he released
was on loan
him
there last season.
Yeah, why didn't he get him then if he's getting the Manchester City team back?
Yeah. He was too bad, I guess. No, I
don't
know, actually.
He's not that bad. Not that bad.
He's actually doing really well for Burnley this season.
He's actually on the track, not all the way back, but he's on the track to become a Premier League keeper, in my opinion, again.
Yeah, perhaps.
Yeah, a real starter. You don't have to be afraid if you put him behind, in between the posts. A few matches there on his return into Premier League in West Ham, he was awful.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to him.
He was worse than the keeper he was supposed to replace.
Yeah, he was. I don't know what.
In West Ham. But
I don't know what has happened since the Manchester City days, because he was actually once one of, I don't know how many players they kept before they got the money, if you get what I mean. But he was one of them.
Yeah, he was.
He was there before the money, and he evolved with the team. He was,
Yeah.
in my opinion, that was really impressing for me when that happened. He
Yeah.
was growing with the team.
Yeah, and I don't remember which match. Was it Guardiola when he came in that said he wouldn't play him, and that's when he went to Torino? Or was it?
Yeah,
it
it was. It was Guardiola.
Or was it? It was Guardiola. Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually in a training. I was on a training match. He actually played him here in Sweden a few years ago against Arsenal. They lost that match because it was it was Guardiola's first season, and the players weren't really haven't learned his style. They haven't adapted yet.
Exactly. Yeah.
So he wasn't bad in that game or in any way, but he's not the keeper for the Guardiola style of football.
No, he's not.
He's not.
That's Ederson, which he brought in from Portugal.
Yeah, he's not that good with his feet.
Yeah.
He's decent, but not. Yeah, Ederson is. Correct me here if I'm mistaken. He has the longest assist kick. I think you know what I mean, with a goalie kicks it out and does an assist. I think he's in the record book for that. Because he can do really nice goal kicks, and he's spot on.
Yeah. I don't actually know that, so I will keep that unsaid from my part, but it's not impossible.
I think he has the record. I have seen that goal also, that it was ridiculous. Check that out on YouTube or something, because he kicked to the other side of the pitch. Almost. It was amazing. So do we have any other transfers that is interesting?
Well, that's really the two big ones so far. There are some minor ones.
This is a weird one also. No. This is just a weird one. David Wang coming to Wolverhampton, then he gets loaned out to Sporting Lisbon.
Same as Pulisic, really.
Yeah, but this is weirder. These two different teams.
Yeah, well, maybe they want him on his books.
Yeah.
Maybe he's a promising youngster. I don't actually know
about this guy.
I don't know who he is. I don't know where Jumela B comes from. It sounds like Spain in my head now, but I might be wrong. Maybe he's a promising youngster, and they want him on his books. But
he's coming from Jumela B and going to Sporting Lisbon.
Yeah. So he's going to Portugal. One of the top teams.
Yeah. Do we have some other deal like that? No, we don't, do we?
Yeah. We have the. I might be wrong here, but I've heard a rumor about the Nathaniel Klein has gone to loan to Bournemouth. It is a done deal. The rest of the season is going to Bournemouth.
Who did you say?
But there's been a rumor that he was also on the way to Cardiff, also on loan.
Did you say? Who did you say actually?
Nathaniel Klein.
No, I don't have any confirmation about that. But here's actually something interesting.
I saw it on the Corps Maya, so I didn't actually look into it. I might be wrong, but yeah, he's on the loan to Bournemouth right now. But it was some weird stuff.
And if you have followed this transfer this season from the summer, that this is a strange thing. Tottenham has actually made a transfer.
Well, no, they have sold the player. They haven't actually signed.
Yeah, but you get what I mean. They have done a ridiculously a little amount of transfers in and out this season, even if you count the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's interesting. I don't know how much they used the Aiden Brown, but still, they have actually made a transfer in one direction.
Yeah, and it's to another Premier League club, which makes me think that at least he's worth something.
Yeah.
But I have not heard of him before, so maybe we'll see him donning the Huddersfield shirt on the field next season. Maybe he's a youngster, I don't know. But we'll see.
And Liverpool has sent away 2 players, but he's been really quiet in my opinion these first days. But I am sure that it will pick up in the last weeks. Yeah. But because
most of the things happen towards the end of the season. Like there are several rumors in there right now, like Fabregas to Monaco is one of the big ones, I would say. That it might go through when this video is up. It might be already through by then. I don't know.
I would be surprised if Manchester, like the whole city, the 2 teams, aren't doing any transfers at all.
Yeah. City is building to a backup central defensive midfielder to actually give but I did need some rest. And Manchester United is again looking for centre backs, for centre defenders.
So yeah, and Liverpool is just getting players. I don't know how they could improve, but still, I think they will make a signing still, even if what the heck do they need?
Yeah. Well, they're willing to Fekir in the summer. The medical fell through for some weird reason, but they have been set to go in for him again now in January, so he might be joining them from Lyon in France.
Yeah.
That's one of them I heard. They've been linked with Timo Werner from RB Leipzig, but so is pretty much every other big club in Europe, it feels like right now. So, yeah.
I don't know if it's like this, but has any other big Premier League club actually hasn't signed any players at all in a whole season?
I don't know.
We
Not
have
to
that
my knowledge.
We have that situation in Tottenham.
Back in the years is not great.
Yeah,
so.
but it's not common. So we have Tottenham here. I don't see anyone coming in.
Okay, that is interesting, but that's going to be a thing to talk about. The first of this videos after the transfer window has shut. Has Tottenham actually signed anyone?
Yeah, because this is really interesting. They're going really well for a team who hasn't signed anyone.
Yeah.
Because every team needs to sign someone.
Yeah.
You can always improve on something.
Yeah, but maybe that's the thing. If you bring in new players into the team, you got to yell them in. They got to learn the system. They got to learn they get to know their new teammates, and everything's got to work. And that takes some time, and maybe you lose some points in the start before everyone gets together. Tottenham didn't have that problem at all. Everyone knew each other. They played with the system before. They played with each other before.
Yeah.
They were just off the start, right off the bat, because they didn't have to learn anything new. Maybe that's a positive. Maybe that comes to bite them in the ass when everyone gets tired later down the season.
Yeah, who knows? See. But I don't think there have been rumors. We're going back to the coaches here. There have been rumors that if United doesn't keep this, sorry, my Norwegian here.
Solskjaer.
Yeah, Solskjaer. I'm from Sweden. I'm still bad at pronouncing that. we're not so. We're not so look like each other that people seems to think in those two countries. But still, if they don't keep him, this has been talkings about Tottenham's manager, and I say no way. Yeah. They're not taking him.
It feels weird.
Yeah, because he has
right now United to go from Tottenham to United is actually a step down right now. That sounds very weird to say. Yeah. A few years ago, that would just been ridiculous. It's a fallacy to say that. Like, you would be crazy to say that Tottenham would be above Manchester United.
Yeah, right I would actually shout blasphemy or something there.
Yeah, exactly. It would have been it would be a real blasphemy to say that. But right now, I feel like that's the way. Yeah. Maybe Pochettino's running out of ideas how to improve this team. Maybe he needs a new challenge. Yeah. That is the only way I can see him. But even then, would he even go to United? I'm not so sure.
No. He has, in my opinion, as far as I know, he has a stable team in Tottenham. No real problems there, as far as I know, like I said.
Yeah,
and everything
even signed
seems
Alderweireld for another season.
Yeah, it seems like he's the most stable job ever right now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, if you don't count Liverpool or Manchester City. But I'm still saying that Tottenham's is more stable.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has the same team. He doesn't have to work anyone in. Maybe if it comes to some young players, the team is going well. Everything is working. He has as far as I know, pretty good contracts on the players. It doesn't seem like anyone wants to run away. Why would he leave?
The closest one was Alderweireld, and to be fair, he has 1 year, one more year. Sorry, next season as well. But after that, he's gonna go cheap from the team. So he has 1 more year with this. I would say his top defender. Yeah. Eriksson is once again being pulled away by other clubs. We'll see if they get him this time around. Kane is still being linked to, I would say, Real Madrid.
Yeah. But I'm using the same reason there.
Yeah, they might be one player away from being in a really, really bad position, but right now they look really strong, even for the future.
Yeah, but I'm using the same argument there. Why, if Ericsson doesn't want a new challenge in a new league, I think even, why would he go to another Premier League club? Yeah. He has no reason at all to go to another Premier League club, because what team would he go to? City, they have midfielders for years to come. Like, you know what I mean? They could, when De Bruyne was injured, when everyone was out, it was a lot of players out for a while there. I don't know what De Bruyne's status right now, actually, but still, they had midfielders like ridiculous. Liverpool has midfielders like ridiculous, in my opinion too. Like, where would he go?
He's been mostly linked to the Spanish league, to Barcelona and Real Madrid.
That's a new challenge. I could see that in one way, but no other Premier League club would get him out of Tottenham, I think.
No, I don't think so.
No.
I think he likes it too much, and he really has his starting spot there. And
yeah. And it's
really I'm not even sure he would actually leave for a club like Barcelona. I might be wrong here, but he might take a lot to bring him personally. Maybe they pay the money required to bring Ericsson out of Tottenham, but will he still be willing to go? That's a completely different question.
Exactly. Would he agree?
Yeah.
Because he has a pretty good life there, in what I heard.
That we know of, anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, it's more like things that we don't know about, but that's a whole different thing. And Harry Kane, why would he leave? He has like players that could give him balls all the time.
Yeah, all day long.
Yeah, exactly. He has a midfield behind him who could give him balls forever. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. I think the one thing he would need, though, is a striking partner. Not to play together with him, but to give him a rest every now and then.
Yeah.
Because right now they have Fernando Llorente, I believe, and he's not. I would say he's not good enough. Son can play up top, but I would rather keep him out wide. So I think that's one thing I would say the Tottenham needs to look at. Is bring in someone so they can rest Kane every now and then. He's still going to be their main striker. But I don't think they should replace Kane, but they should help him to keep fit and keep him at the highest possible energy as often as possible.
But in my opinion, he's criminally underestimated. No one ever says, "Oh, he's going to win the goal league," like every time. They're always guessing someone else. And then he comes from nowhere, and he's so even when it comes to. Have you seen his last season? I can't quote them, but I have seen them before. It's ridiculously even. He's on an even curve every season. Yeah. And if that's not greatness in that way, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
It's not like winning the goal league one season. It's producing every season. That's greatness.
Since he came to Premier League, he's been at the top of the scoring charts every single year.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if he's won them or he finished second or third or whatever, but he's been close.
Every attacker basically could win in one season. Not everyone, but you get what I mean. Yeah. But actually how we end this. This has been going on for a while now. We have a lot more to talk about maybe next time. And we'll see you in a few weeks.
Yes.
And we'll see if it's 4 or 5 weeks that time. It depends on the breaks. Like with the FA Cup and the Champions League. So yeah, it has been fun talking about this for another time.
Yes.
And we will continue this. And yeah, what were you going to say?
Just gonna hope that everyone had a nice New Year's.
Yeah,
this is recorded a few days after New Year's, and
yeah.
Hopefully, you had a good one, and you'll hear us next time.
Yeah, and that's all for us. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.